Thank you everyone for joining this webinar. We hope that this will be helpful and informative. Just some housekeeping notes before we start. Everyone's microphone is on mute and cameras turned off to minimize noise and interference. There is a lot to cover, so we will try to keep to the presentation for everyone's benefit. If you have any questions, please feel free to type them in the Q&A area, and my colleagues will try to answer them the best they can. Anything we cannot answer during the presentation, we will try to get to them at the end if we have time. Otherwise, we will email the answers later. You will also have access to the online help when the new Quiktravel is released. As you know, the team has been hard at working rebuilding the Quiktravel site to make it easier for you to issue your tickets. We will be launching the new sites in the coming weeks, where it will replace the existing site. So we thought it would be important to give you an insight before it changes. This is what we will be covering in this webinar. We'll be giving you an overview of the new Quiktravel, showing you the changes through demos. We know how NDC is in everyone's mind at the moment. This will be something we'll be covering today. And most importantly, we'll let you know when the new Quiktravel will be launched. I'm sure you are mostly familiar with the existing Quiktravel. Here are some of the features that Quiktravel currently has. These include issuing tickets, ADM guarantee, works with Sabre, Amadeus and Galileo, SPMs, reissue, voids, etc. So let me introduce you to some of the new features the new Quiktravel will bring for you. Without a doubt, the biggest feature is the ability to issue NDC tickets, which we will go through in more details in just a moment. But we have made some other big improvements for you. We have streamlined the ticketing process where you can issue a ticket in just 2 clicks. We have a new Manage Bookings area, which is similar to the ticketing activity you're already used to, but with a lot more features like tracking refund requests and queues, voiding multiple tickets, and we have introduced the ability to request refund quotes, and it ties in with a whole new ticket center messaging system to facilitate better communication with the ticket center and in real time, where message notifications will appear while you're working in Quiktravel. Quiktravel is certified with Amadeus, Travelport and Sabre. But before we go any further, let's go over NDC. So how does NDC work with Quiktravel? Let's quickly go over the setup process first. Agents will need to request access to NDC content from airlines. Airlines will most likely require agents to have an IATA or a TITS number. Agents nominate their consolidator for NDC ticketing or use their own IATA. Airlines will provide agents with a choice on how they want to access NDC fares, either via the airline portal or website, direct API if you're building your own system, via an aggregator system or website, or via the GDS. To use QuikTicket to issue NDC tickets, you must choose the GDS. And to make it easier to register, as you may have seen, we have introduced a QuikTicket NDC registration feature. Quiktravel, both existing and new, provides a button to allow you to register for NDC. This will authorize Consolidated Travel to provide your details to the airlines so they can set you up with access to NDC fares on the GDS, and allow you to issue tickets with Consolidated Travel. Once the airline completes the onboarding process, you'll be able to see the NDC content in the GDS, create a booking, and issue in the new Quiktravel. SQ and QF NDC content is already available in the GDS, so please register yourself with us if you haven't already done so. Most agents have already registered with Qantas QDP a couple of years ago, and we are providing a list of agents to SQ on a weekly basis. So how does NDC work with Quiktravel? This diagram illustrates the role of the GDS and Quiktravel. The GDS provides you with the system to search, price and book an NDC order. This is similar to the process with normal GDS bookings. Once your NDC order is created in the GDS, you can go into Quiktravel, retrieve it, and fulfill it. We recommend that you update to the latest version and contact your GDS for more information, as there are always lots of changes happening with airlines and NDC. Just to let you know, Amadeus has arranged a webinar for their agents on the 24th of August at 2 p.m, and we will also be presenting together with them. That webinar will cover more about NDC booking and ticketing. So Amadeus agents, please come and join us. The main thing to note is that NDC content is available via the GDS, just like how you currently access your normal fares. When you book or create the NDC order, the GDS will then create a PNR in your PCC. Then you simply go into Quiktravel, retrieve the PNR, and choose to issue the ticket. So what can QuikTicket do with an NDC order? These are some of the QuikTicket NDC features. As you can see, QuikTicket will allow you to issue, void and refund NDC tickets on Sabre, Amadeus and Travelport. In the months ahead, you will also be able to reissue tickets, including the ability to reshop for alternative fares. We'll let you know more in due course. Few things to note when processing your NDC orders. Unlike GDS PNRs, you cannot reprice or change the NDC booking in any way. All passengers and sectors on the booking will be ticketed. You cannot void individual NDC tickets. You can only void the whole NDC order for all tickets. Voids are usually allowed within the same day, but in some cases, it may only be allowed within a few hours. Every time you try to void an NDC order, QuikTicket will check and provide options, including any cost for a refund instead if the airline does not allow you to void. Please note that you will be able to cancel your NDC order directly in the GDS, but we strongly recommend against this if you have already issued your ticket in Quiktravel, and that you instead cancel your booking in Quiktravel so that we do not invoice you. If you do cancel your NDC order in the GDS, please make sure to advise our fares and ticketing staff so we can cancel your invoice. Now let's take a look at what the new Quiktravel looks like. Login is still via the Consolidated Travel website with your current credentials. After logging in, you will see a more streamlined layout with a few new features. All menu options are now on the left. This includes your ticketing activity, which is now under Manage Bookings. You may see different options depending on your permission level. So if you need access to something, please contact your agency administrator. Across the top, you will see the Fare tool. The Quick Find feature, which is used to display a fare sheet, is now located here. You can also find your fare library in this area. You can also find ticket center messages, different language versions, your profile information, and the Help Center. We will go through a bit more about the fare tools and ticket center messages later on. Important messages will be displayed across the top center, and you can now see your ticketing activities by number of tickets or see which are your top airlines with the new interactive charts, with the option to choose between results from last 7 days or last 30 days. The action booking section of Quiktravel is mainly for PNRs which haven't been processed in QuikTicket previously. If you have retrieved a PNR earlier, a link will be shown under the Recent Bookings area, so you can just click on it to pre-populate the boxes. Otherwise, now you'll need to select the action you wish to take. From the menu, you will see Issue Ticket, Reissue and Revalidation, Issue EMDs, Price and Queue, and QPNR. Once you have selected the action, you can proceed by clicking on Retrieve PNR. Once you've retrieved the PNR, you will have to review a few options before proceeding. You can choose to issue either a gross or net fares in QuikTicket. With net fares, you will need to select the fare you want to apply by going to Search for Fares. You'll be given the option to either enter a QuickFares price code or to search for one. With gross fare, you will be given the option to use a store fare if one exists in the booking. You can see this by clicking on Show next to Stored Fare. To select the stored fare, simply click on the checkbox. Once selected, you will see the fare number next to the sectors and passengers, and if a form of payment is also stored in the fare, it will be selected. If not, please select from the available options. If you do not choose to use a store fare or it is not available, you can choose to price the passengers and sectors selected by clicking on the Show Price Summary button. A form of payment will need to be selected before proceeding. Before moving on to the next step, depending on the permission level, you may also see the options to override Quick Ticket System settings. You can see this option by clicking on Show. Noting that not all options may be available with the ticket you're issuing. I won't go through how each of the override works today, as these are available in the current Quick Ticket version, but if you would like to know more about how each option works, you can refer to the help guide online. It is important to note that setting any overrides will void any guarantees, and you will be responsible for any ADMs. Once you click on the Show Price Summary button, the system will price the booking according to your selections and show you the amounts for each passenger. Clicking on the Action button, which are the three dots on the side, will allow you to view the ticket information for each passenger, showing you details of the flights, fare basis codes, baggage allowance, fare and tax calculations, endorsements, and other information. When you click on Edit SPM, you will be able to apply fees or discounts to set your own selling price, which will be shown in the passenger itinerary. You will have the option to either save the SPM settings to an individual passenger or save it for all. After checking on the prices, click on Issue Ticket to proceed. You also have the option to include an additional email or an agent reference to the booking before proceeding. You will then be taken to the confirmation screen, where the new feature is that you can access the invoice by clicking on View link next to the invoice number. The passenger itinerary and invoice will also be emailed to you as per the current email settings. You can check on this setting and make changes if required via agency settings. You will see the ticket numbers, and you can click on the View e-ticket link to see the passenger's e-ticket and the View SPM link to see the settings. And that's all it takes to issue tickets via Quick Ticket. As you can see, it's now a quick two-step process with everything easily accessible. If you're a self-plating agent, all you need to do is select the IATA from the drop-down. The remaining steps will be the same as when you issue through a consolidated travel IATA. Want to mention about the OB fee, which is the credit card fee collected by airlines using the industry standard OB code. This is something new to Quiktravel, in which the previous Quick Ticket version was not able to account for. When you choose credit card as the form of payment, and if the airline charges an OB fee, you will see this in Price Summary. Now, with issuing NDC tickets, you'll be pleased to know that it's an even more simple process. Just as you would with your GDS bookings, you can retrieve the NDC order by entering the NDC PNR in the middle box and click on Retrieve PNR. Then you'll see the booking information showing in NDC Price Summary. With NDC orders, you're not able to select which passengers or sectors to issue like you can with your GDS PNR. So all you need to do is to check that all details are correct and select your form of payment, making sure that you select the same form of payment as when you created the NDC order, or you'll get an error. By clicking on the action dots, you'll be able to see more details of each passenger and to add a SPM. And if you want to, you can add an email and agent reference before proceeding. The Add an Email box will send documents like the e-ticket and invoice to that email, and reference will show in your invoice and statement. To complete the order, click Fulfill NDC. Once finished, you'll get the confirmation page just like your GDS bookings. Due to time limitation, we might not be able to go through every feature within Quiktravel today. There will be a survey after today's session, and please feel free to let us know if there are other topics you would like for us to go through in details. And depending on the feedbacks, we may arrange additional sessions to go through them. Don't forget that we also have our online help center where you can access step-by-step guide for many topics. Now, one of the features I would like to talk about under Action Bookings is QPNR. With QPNR, once you retrieve your PNR, you can choose from a list of reasons as to why you want to queue it over to the ticket center. This includes issue new ticket, reissue or revalidation, quoting either for a reissue or a fare, issue EMDs, or to void a document. For each of the reasons, different information will need to be provided. Please follow the prompts as you go and click on the QPNR button, which will then take you to the confirmation screen. This should be the same as how you would queue your PNR to the team at the moment, just the layout might be different. And one of the new features in the new Quiktravel for QPNR is to add attachment if required. Other than that, the process is the same as the ones you used to. Just provide as much information as you can to help the team with processing your request. From this, it takes us to the Manage Booking section of QuikTicket. Coming to Manage Bookings, you can do your search either by entering the PNR, ticket number, passenger name, or invoice number, or you can bring up the results by dates. You have the option to search for tickets issued by you or all the tickets issued within your agency, noting that this is subject to the permission level of your login. Your search results will be displayed, and you can use the different filters to manage the results. You can choose the number of entries to display, choose to show tickets or refunds or QPNRs only, or a combination of them. And in the filter box, you can use keywords to filter your results. For example, Sabre to bring up only Sabre tickets, a surname, part of a ticket number or a PNR. You can also choose to export the results to Excel for reporting. Once you've found the booking you need, you can click on the arrow on the left to open up the PNR and view the individual tickets. As you can see, the layout is quite different to the current Quiktravel you're using. From this screen, you can see information such as whether the ticket is an adult or child ticket, which GDS it was booked in, whether it's a GDS or NDC ticket, and in the PNR line, you can see when the PNR was ticketed, and from the ticket number line, you can see the departure date. In the next column, you'll see different symbols with some numbers next to it. What they refer to is, this one means the number of tickets in the booking. This symbol means how many times it has been queued to the ticket center. And this one means a number of tickets applied for refunds in the booking. When you see multiple symbols together, it means that these are the actions done for the PNR so far. From here, click on the Action button and you can choose to void ticket, view or edit SPM, view e-ticket receipt, view CRS ticket, send a refund quote, which is new to Quiktravel, submit a refund request, view or resend invoices, or view booking notes. This is to take action on a single ticket. and you can see from the top of the list the ticket number which you're working on. If you have multiple tickets in the PNR, by clicking on the checkboxes on the left, you will see a new button appearing for selected items. This provides you with a list of actions you can take on all the selected items. Let's take a look at voiding a ticket. For GDS bookings, find the PNR you need, and to void tickets one by one, click on the action button of the ticket at the ticket level and select the void ticket option. For multiple tickets, just as how we've shown you before, select the tickets with the checkboxes and select void ticket from the drop-down. And you will see a pop-up with the ticket details, and you can click on void ticket to proceed. You will see the confirmation on the top of the screen, and the page will refresh, and the status is now changed to void in Manage Bookings. The process to cancel an NDC order is the same as voiding a GDS booking in QuikTicket. The only difference is that, as mentioned before, when cancelling an NDC order, you're cancelling all the tickets within the booking, whereas you can choose to void individual tickets for a GDS booking. So you can see that you cannot see the void ticket option on the ticket level. Click on the action button from the PNR level, select void order, and you will see a pop-up with ticket details, and click on void order to proceed. You will see the confirmation at the top of your screen, and the status will change to void under Manage Bookings. Please note that the void option will not be available if you have requested a refund for the ticket was not issued on the current day, your login does not have permission to void a ticket, or your login does not have the permission to void a ticket which was issued by another user within the agency. Another frequently used feature in QuikTicket will be submitting a refund request. In the current version, you would only be able to submit the request, but in the new QuikTicket, you have the extra option to request for a refund quote before deciding if you will go ahead with a refund. With submitting a request, it is quite a simple process, and just as with voiding a ticket, you can choose to refund an individual ticket or a number of tickets within a PNR. But when you refund an NDC order, you're refunding the entire order. After selecting Request Refund, which is from the ticket level, either by individual tickets or multiple tickets if it is a GDS booking, or from the PNR level if it is an NDC order, you will have to select a refund reason. These are pretty much the same as the reasons you have to choose from in the current version. It will help the Ticket Center team to process your refund smoothly if you include any notes in this section. And depending on which reason you choose, for example, the airline schedule change, you will see reminders on the supporting documents you need to include. Simply click on Add File to upload the attachments. If you have multiple tickets in the PNR, you will have the option to choose which ticket the file relates to, or for the file to apply to the whole booking. And in the new QuikTicket version, you can now upload multiple files. If you select Dupe Ticket as the reason, you will also be provided with an option to enter the duplicate ticket number before proceeding. You will see different reminders on the supporting documents required depending on the refund reason. Once you've filled in all the details, you can click on Submit Refund, and request will be sent to the Ticket Center for the team to action. You will receive an email confirming your request, and you will also be able to see the status of this request in Manage Bookings. If you need to cancel your request at any time, you can select this from the Action button, click on Cancel Refund Request. This will only be available if the request has not been actioned. For your queued request, the Ticket Center team will communicate with you via Ticket Center messages if they need further information. There are two areas where you can access Ticket Center messages. One, it's in the Welcome area, or you can access your messages by clicking on the envelope icon on the top right-hand corner. It may also pop up on the top right-hand corner of the screen if the message comes through whilst you're in Quiktravel. You will only see any unread messages or messages that requires attention when you click on the envelope. Click on View Messages to access them. You can choose to see all your unread messages only or to see all messages. If you have the permission as the agency manager, you will also see a drop-down list and able to view messages for other staff members. You will notice 3 different icons being shown for a message. A yellow triangle, which means it requires action from you. A blue circle, they are messages with information that you still need to read. And a grey tick, meaning that the message has been read and no further action is required. Messages will appear for the following cases submitted via QuikTicket. With a refund request or quotes, you will only get a message in the Ticket Center messages if further information is required to process your request. To respond, enter the information in the box and click on Send Response. Your queued request, which includes your ticket issue, reissue, revalidation, EMD or quotes, just like with the refund quotes, you will see from the message whether further information is required or they will reply with a quote. At the end of each day, you will get an email reminding you if there are any new messages. Apart from issuing tickets and managing existing bookings, one of the other main features you are probably familiar with in Quiktravel is the commissions page. In the new Quiktravel, commission has moved to the menu bar on the left. Simply enter either the airline code or the name of the airline and select from the list. You can enter up to 5 airlines if you want to see and compare the commissions for a number of them. Click on Search to bring up the results, and you'll see that all your information is now available in one page. You will see the commission information here, and you can hover your mouse over symbols to see the meaning. If it is a ticket which needs to be issued by the Ticket Center, it will indicate here. Information about service fee is also available here. Reports have been greatly enhanced in the new Quiktravel, where you now have a dashboard to see some charts as well as generating a report. On the dashboard, you can see charts with information such as number of tickets issued, total sales, sales by airlines, etc. The information you see here will be determined by the permission of your login. You can choose the type of information to show on each of the charts by clicking on Choose Charts. You can also choose the date range and ticket types to display. This will change the information shown on all charts. Where available, some charts will also provide an option to show amounts with or without taxes or showing net or gross amounts. You can generate reports for detailed information on your activities. Simply enter the parameters and the type of reports, like tickets issued, airline sales, your weekly or monthly trends. Click on View to generate the report. The report will appear in a new browser window or tab. You can scroll through to view the information or save the report in a number of formats, including Word, Excel, or PowerPoints. We have also given more customization and control to the agency administrator through agency settings. If your login has the permission to see the agency settings, you will notice that apart from managing the logins of your staff and to check your agency's credit balance and uploading logos, which is used for documents like passenger itinerary and receipts, you can also set defaults used in fare search and also for SPM. You can now also view and change the email settings for receiving invoices and notifications. And if you have not already registered for NDC with us, you will also see this option here. Now this brings us to the end of the presentation. I hope you are as excited as we are with the launch of the new Quiktravel. The change will happen on Monday the 23rd of August. Once again, just log in as you normally would and you will see the changeover after logging in. I hope you had found today's presentation beneficial and has provided you with the information to get started on using the new Quiktravel and NDC ticketing.